everyone, welcome to my channel Provocative Biofuel by Sagarika Babu. In this video, we are going to learn about conducting system of heart with cardiac cycle. I have already released a video about the circulatory system. In that video, I have explained about the structures that are present in the heart and also the whole blood circulation. If you are seeing this video without seeing that video, you may find difficulty in the understanding. So please see that video first. The link for that video is placed in the description box. Before entering into the video, please subscribe to my channel and share my videos and please comment. Before starting the conducting system, there are some definitions that you need to know. Let's learn that first. Number 1. Rhythmic. What do you mean by rhythmic? It means occurring regularly. Okay, occurring regularly. Next, action potential. Action potential is a rapid rise and subsequent fall which passes along the cell membrane, causing the cell to contract. Therefore, the activity of the SA node, that is sinoatrial node, results in a resting heart rate of roughly 60 to 100 beats per minute. This is an exact definition for the action potential. Rapid rise and subsequent fall which passes along the cell membrane, causing the cell to contract. Therefore, the activity of the SA node results in a resting heart rate of roughly 60 to 100 beats per minute. Next, excitation. What do you mean by excitation? Application of energy to cause disturbances or alteration. Okay, that is causing stimulation. So, application of energy to causing disturbances or alterations is called excitation. The opening between the right atrium and the right ventricle is guarded by a valve formed of three muscular flaps or cusp, which is known as the tricuspid valve. And the opening between the left atrium and the left ventricle is guarded by an opening with the two cusps called as bicuspid valve, which is also known as mitral valve. So, tricuspid or tricuspid, it stands for right side. So, it is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Bicuspid or mitral valve is between the left atrium and the left ventricle. Okay, tricuspid valve on the right side, bicuspid valve on the left side. Blood from the right ventricle, it goes to pulmonary trunk, which divides into the pulmonary arteries. Blood from the left ventricle, it goes to the aorta. Okay, the openings of the right and left ventricles into the pulmonary artery and aorta respectively are provided with the semilunar valves. Okay, semilunar valves. What are those semilunar valves? Number 1, pulmonary valve, which is present between the right ventricle and the pulmonary trunk. Okay, here from between the right ventricle and the pulmonary trunk, you have a valve called pulmonary valve. Second semilunar valve is aortic valve. The aortic valve is present between the left ventricle and the aorta. This is aorta, this is left ventricle. From here the blood flows into the aorta. So the valve between the left ventricle and the aorta is called the aortic valve. These two are the semilunar valves. Okay, while this is a tricuspid valve and this is the bicuspid valve. Totally 4 valves are present in the heart. The valves in the heart flows the blood only in one direction, that is from the atria to the ventricles and from the ventricles to the pulmonary artery or aorta. Okay, do you understand? The valves in the heart allows the flow of blood only in one direction, from the atria to ventricles and from the ventricles to pulmonary artery or aorta. These valves prevent any backward flow. Okay, these valves prevent any backward flow. Now, let's see the conduction system of the heart. The entire heart is made of cardiac muscles. Okay, during the pumping action of heart, the heart muscles cause rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart chambers in a specific sequence. Okay, so the rhythmic and sequential functioning of the cardiac chamber is maintained by the specialized cardiac musculature called nodal tissues. There are four types of nodal tissues are there. Number 1, SA node, sinoarterial node. Number 2, AV node, atrioventricular node. Then bundle of His, then Purkinje fibers. Okay, these four are the nodal tissue. They are the specialized cardiac musculature which causes the rhythmic and sequential functioning of the cardiac chamber. Okay, these four maintains the rhythmic and sequential functioning of the cardiac chamber. Okay, this patch is called SA node, sinoarterial node, and this is AV node, arterioventricular node. They are internodal pathway, and this atrioventricular node gives rise to the bundle of His, which divides into the right and left bundle branch, and they give rise to the minute fibers called Purkinje fibers. Okay, now a patch of this tissue is present in the right upper corner of the right atrium is called the sinoarterial node. Another mass of this tissue is seen in the lower left corner of the right atrium close to the atrioventricular septum. Okay, is called the atrioventricular node, which is AV node. A bundle of nodal fibers, atrioventricular bundle, AV bundle, continues from the atrioventricular node, which passes through the atrioventricular septa to emerge on the top of the interventricular septum and immediately divides into the right and left bundle. These branches give rise to minute fibers throughout the ventricular musculature. Can you see here? So these branch, they give rise to minute fibers throughout the ventricular musculature of the respective sites and are called Purkinje fibers. Okay, Purkinje fibers. These fibers along with the right and left branch bundles are known as the bundle of His. Okay, so these fibers along with the right and left bundle branch are known as the bundle of His. This nodal musculature has the ability to generate action potential without any external stimuli. Okay, without any external stimuli, therefore it is auto-excitable. Okay, auto-excitable. The SA node is capable of generating the action potential. The excitation from the SA node stimulates the AV node. Okay, the excitation from the SA node stimulates the AV node. The AV node in turn conducts the stimulus to the bundle of His and Purkinje fibers. These myocardial fibers are found all over the wall of the ventricles. Okay, so in the conduction of stimulus through the AV node and the fibrous system, there is a delay in transmission. However, the number of action potentials that could be generated in a minute vary at different parts of the nodal system. Okay, the SA node can generate the maximum number of action potential, that is 70 to 75 per minute. Okay, so the SA node can generate the maximum number of action potential. Maximum number of action potential, that is 70 to 75 per minute. Okay, and is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic contractile activity of the heart. So the SA node is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic contractile activity of the heart. Therefore, it is called pacemaker. Okay, therefore SA node is called pacemaker, which is natural pacemaker of the heart. Okay, our heart normally beats 70 to 75 times in a minute. Average is 70 to 75 beats per minute. Average beat is 72. So this is how the conduction system of the heart, and this is how the stimulus is transmitted from the SA node to AV node, from AV node to bundle of His, and from bundle of His to right and left branch and to the Purkinje fibers. Okay. Maximum number of action potentials generated in the SA node, and which is also called as the natural pacemaker. Okay. These are the important points that you need to know in the conduction system. Next is cardiac cycle. The sequential events occurring from the initiation of one heartbeat to the beginning of the next heartbeat is called one cardiac cycle. Okay, the sequential events occurring from the initiation of one heartbeat to the beginning of the next one is called one cardiac cycle. Okay, the duration of one cardiac cycle is 0.8 second, which is very much important. The duration of one cardiac cycle is 0.8 second. In one cardiac cycle, you have contraction phase and a relaxation phase. Contraction phase is called systole. Relaxation phase is called diastole. Remember this as S for strong. Okay. So contraction phase is systole. Relaxation phase is diastole. A single heartbeat comprises a systole and a diastole in both atria and ventricles. Okay. A single heartbeat comprises a systole and diastole in both atria and ventricles. Now let's learn the cardiac cycle. Okay. So we know what is cardiac cycle, right? So there is a term called atrial systole. Systole means contraction phase. So what is atrial systole means? There is continuous flow of blood into the right atrium through superior and inferior vena cava. Okay. Simultaneously, left atrium also receives blood from the four pulmonary veins. There is a passive movement of nearly 70% of blood into the ventricles, and the remaining 30% is pumped into the ventricles by atrial contraction. Okay, 70% is by the passive movement and 30% is pumped into the ventricles by the atrial contraction. So atrial contraction, which is nothing but atrial systole. Okay, and ventricular filling occurs when the valves in between the atria and the ventricles nearly open. 2/3 of the ventricles is filled. Okay, when the valves in between the atria and the ventricles open, nearly 2/3 of the ventricle is filled. Remaining space gets filled up by the atrial contraction, as I said before. So next comes ventricular systole. As the atrial systole ends, the action potential generated by the SA node, here the SA node is present. Okay, so as the atrial systole ends, the action potential generated in the SA node, it reaches the AV node, which is present here through the internodal pathway. Okay, so the action potential generated in the SA node, it reaches the AV node and rest of the fibrous system. Okay, here the bundle of His and Purkinje fibers are there, right? So it is reaches the rest of the fibrous system. So it causes the contraction of the ventricular wall. This ventricular pressure results. Okay, because of the contraction in the ventricular wall, the ventricular pressure result. The very strong ventricular pressure pumps the blood into the respective arteries, that is from right ventricle to pulmonary artery, from left ventricle to aorta. Okay, so the very strong ventricular pressure pumps the blood into the respective arteries by causing the semilunar valves to open. What are the semilunar valves? Here the pulmonary valve, here the aortic valve. So the pressure, it causes the semilunar valves to open. Next comes ventricular diastole. Soon after the blood leaves the ventricles, there is a fall in ventricular pressure, right? So the semilunar valves close and atrial valves open to begin the next cycle. Okay, what are the atrial valves? Here the tricuspid, here the bicuspid. Okay, so soon after the blood leaves the ventricles, there is a fall in ventricular pressure and the semilunar valves close. Okay, they close and the atrial valves, they open to begin the next cycle. Okay, so this is your one cardiac cycle, which is the duration is 0.8 second, and here it contains both systole and diastole. Systole means contraction phase, diastole means relaxation phase. Okay, so Your heart beats per minute is 72, right? It ranges from 70 to 75. Your heartbeat sound, it looks like lup and tup. Okay, so lup and tup is your heartbeat sound. Your lup sound, your first lup sound, it is louder and it has longer duration, that is 0.16 to 0.90 second. Your dup sound is of shorter duration and the duration is 0.10 second. Okay, your lup sound, it occurs due to the closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valves, while dub sound, it occurs due to the closure of the semilunar valves. You know what are the semilunar valves? Pulmonary valve and aortic valve. So lup sound occurs, it is due to the closure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valves. When it closed, it occurs at the beginning of the ventricular systole. You know what is ventricular systole, okay? Next, your dub sound occurs due to the closure of the semilunar valves. When did it closed? At the end of the ventricular systole. So, tricuspid and bicuspid valves closed at the beginning of the ventricular systole. Semilunar valves close at the end of the ventricular systole. This ventricular systole causes a wave of distension in the arteries due to blood flow. Okay, it is called arterial pulse. I repeat, ventricular systole causes a wave of distension in the arteries due to blood flow. It is called as arterial pulse. That arterial pulse is felt on the wrist. Okay, that arterial pulse can be felt on the wrist. That pulse rate corresponds to the rate of heartbeat. Okay, so the pulse that you are able to feel on the wrist is nothing but arterial pulse. That pulse rate corresponds to the rate of heartbeat. I covered almost everything as much as I can. I hope you all understood. If you don't want to miss any of my lectures, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of all my videos. And also please subscribe to my channel and share my videos. And also give a thumbs up. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for watching. All the best.